Aloha friends and welcome to class. Congratulations, you have basically completed the first week of the new term, and I wanted to give this quick video announcement to you to let you know a few things as we move along in the course. Also, this gives you a better opportunity to see what I look like, which I think is always helpful. Okay, so this video is going out to two of my classes. So I'm teaching two communication classes this term, Introduction to Communications 101, and I'm also teaching CMST 245. So this video is for both classes, so some of this information may not be pertinent to you, but most of it will. First thing, I just want to let you know that because week one is such a crazy experience, people are coming into the classes, people are leaving the classes, so on and so forth, that I don't take points off for late work. That's only for week one though, okay? So I want you to know that if I let you redo an assignment this week, or if I let you do an assignment late this week, I did not deduct points. I actually let you redo the assignment because you didn't understand or you missed something, but that will not necessarily be the case going forward, which means a couple things. One, you need to be really aware of due dates and also time management, especially if you're taking an online class. I'm going to send out an email that gives everybody some time management tips, and hopefully that will be of help to you. The other thing is I don't let students redo their assignments over and over again until they get that A. I do that in the first week because I want to make sure that students can see where the assignments are, how to read them, how, that they need to scroll down and everything. I know that there's a little bit of flexibility needed while you get used to the technology, especially if you haven't been using Canvas. But I don't normally do this. So if you want me to look over something, if you're confused, if you don't entirely understand an assignment before you submit it, it's a very, very good idea for you to email me and ask me questions. I am always happy to answer questions for you, but that means that you have to know that what the assignment's going to be ahead of time. You have to plan this out a little bit. So review the assignment way before it's due and make sure that you can get a hold of me so I can answer your questions. Which leads me to my next topic. Contact me, guys. I got to tell you, just about a handful of students every term will have really good back and forth communication with me throughout the term. But then there's a lot of students who just don't feel comfortable emailing me. I don't bite, and I'm in Hawaii, so I couldn't bite anyways, even if I wanted to. I am here to help facilitate your success, but part of my ability to do that is your ability to reach out to me when something goes wrong or if you don't understand something. And that includes not only something in the classroom, but a term or a concept we're discussing, something that is perplexing in the textbook and the readings, because I'm not a mind reader. There's no way for me to know if you are struggling with something. So you have to let me know. I will respond to your emails as quickly as I can. I ask you to give me at least a 24-hour span to do so during the weekdays, that's Mondays through Fridays, 48 hours on the weekends. I do not work at night and I don't normally work on the weekends. So if you send me an email and you are concerned about an assignment on the weekend, there's a good chance I won't get back to you. So it's good practice to start the week by, and let me show you, going into your classroom, and I'm going to start with 101 here so we can see what's the best way to do it. And you scroll down to the week that you're in, and you'll notice that I have first, the very first thing you'll find each week is a list of tasks, right? Every week, like on Sunday before the new week starts or on Monday, take the time to read this list so that you know exactly what you're going to be doing the week and what is required of you, what page numbers you have to read, what kind of assignments are due that week. A lot of these assignments are repetitious. They'll come about over and over again. We'll always have a discussion. For some of us, there'll be a quiz one week and then the next week there'll be a applying knowledge assignment or some type of assignment where we start to apply the theory that we are learning in our textbooks in some kind of a practical way. All right. So read your stuff ahead of time and then come and get me with questions if you have them. Okay. So that's questions on the textbook. It's questions on what we are studying. It's technical questions about the classroom, about what you're being asked to do, and all of that. Okay. And again, 24 hours, I'll respond to you. I usually respond much, much sooner, but I'm not always able to. 48 hours on the weekends, and just know that I am not working at night. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the textbook. Everybody should have their textbook by now. If you do not have your textbook, you need to email me ASAP because I need to know what the status is about that, because we're not going to want to start going on to the class without you actually having access to the information. So please email me if you don't have your textbook. Next is discussions. Yes. Okay. So from this point on, starting in week 2, you're going to have to post your initial post before you'll be able to see anybody else's post in the discussion forums every week. And I do this because unfortunately about 2 terms ago, there were 2 people who were copying other people's work in the discussion forums, and it created a huge problem. So the only way for me to deal with this problem is to have this setting in the discussion. So if you go in there and you don't see anybody else's post, that's because you have to post first before you can see your classmates' work. Okay. And with the discussions, I'm sure you know by now from reading the syllabus that you are required to quote from your textbook and the assigned readings of that week and or paraphrase and follow that up with a good citation. You are welcome to use MLA. A lot of my examples in class are MLA, but you are also welcome to use APA if you feel more comfortable with that citation form. Next week, while I'm looking, the next 2 weeks actually, as I'm looking at your discussions, I will give you in the discussion forum corrections to your work, okay? So that you know I'm looking at your form and I'm saying you need to do this or you need to do that with your form, okay? So these are corrections and you will be able to hopefully take that information and apply them. I will not deduct points next week for bad form with citations. Starting week 3, I will. So week 2, I help you understand what the form is, and I will give you lots of different things that you can use to help you. For example, if we go into the classroom for 101, let's just go home really quick. Right here where it says start this class, start the information. Oops, hold on. I hit the wrong button. General information here. You'll see I have lots of information about the class, but one of the things I have down here is how to do MLA in-text citations. It's a PowerPoint. You can do that. If you see a typo in my class, please report it to me and let me know so I can fix it. And I also have MLA citation forms and examples here. So there's lots of examples for you to be able to download in PDFs. The same is true for the 245 class. And I'll just go in here real quick so you can see that too. Under the start here, I have some examples and it's not there. Is it at the bottom? Let me double check. Yes. So MLA citations, how-to guide for in-text citations. You, for 245 group, you're going to find it down here. I'll actually move all of these links, I think, up to the very top so it's easier for you to find. But it is there. You also have other helpful things about how to make an academic argument and also a link to Grammar Girl's blog, which is the best blog ever for academics, guys. She breaks it down really easy and makes it very clear. So check out her blog. She's fantastic. All right, so good form is going to be needed, but I won't be deducting points until week 3. Week 2, I will give you information on how to handle it. And that's it. I know it's a long announcement, but I want to get everybody off on the right foot, and hopefully this information was helpful to you. Again, the key ideas here is keep communication open with me if you have a problem or you don't understand something, you have got to reach out to me. Um, Make sure that you read my notes to you when I grade so that you know what I'm looking for. I try to be very transparent in my grading, and I tell you what you can do in order to improve your work the next time around. Oh, and one more announcement, and then I swear I'm done. With the discussions, I need you to know that I have sometimes close to 100 students. So if I was trying to answer every single student and every single discussion every week, I would never, ever leave this computer, and it's a task that would never happen. So I know that I was able to respond to everybody this week, and I'm very, very happy about it. But from this point on, I'm going to be rotating. So if I have a one-on-one discussion with you in the discussion area one week, then I may not have a one-on-one with you the next week. Okay, so I rotate everybody so it's very, very fair. I divide the class into thirds basically because there's so many of you. And each week I will interact with a student one-on-one. I do 10 students at a time each week, and then I rotate that. Sometimes I also put in extra follow-up questions in the discussions, and that's another way for you and I to have one-on-one interactions. If I don't respond to you in a particular week, that doesn't mean I am ignoring you, nor does it mean that I'm not finding your work engaging. It just means that I have read your posts and I'm okay with it. I don't have any major corrections to give you, and that you and I will have a more in-depth discussion about a topic maybe the next week. Okay, so just to let you know what that's about so that you don't feel like I am ignoring your work, because that's very important to me. And that's it. Aloha. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see everybody bright and early, well, at least bright on Monday morning. Goodbye.